complete. Always coming up just shy of what I need. Telling myself all the things I can never be. But I'm through with that kind of thinking. 'Cause it would never get me anywhere. And now I'm thinking outside of the box. And I put my faith to work. Lord, I trust in you and I'm ready to prove. If I had to walk on water to get to where I gotta go, I'm gonna walk on water and I won't be afraid no more. If I had to walk on water, I know it takes a miracle. I'm gonna walk on water. I'm gonna walk on it, walk on it, walk. Now the truth is, I'm not gonna tell myself the same old lie. That I can never be more than what I see right now. 'Cause I know where the proof is. It's when I see me like I'm looking through God's eyes. It leaves my guilt to doubt. But I'm through with that kind of thinking. 'Cause it would never get me anywhere. And now I'm thinking outside of the box. And I put my faith to work. Lord, I'm trusting you and I'm ready to prove. If I had to walk on water, if I to get to where I gotta go, I'm gonna walk on water. I'm walking. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. If I had to walk on water, I know it takes a miracle. I'm gonna walk on water. I'm gonna walk on. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. Ain't nothing gonna block me. One foot in front of the other. Step by step by step by step by. Ain't no room for excuses. They won't let you reach your goal. No more pride, it's so useless. And you know that pride, it comes before the fall. I gotta be. And getting rid of things that I don't need. No one's stopping me but me. If I had to walk on water to get to where I gotta go. Walk on water. Never be afraid no more. Never be afraid no more. Stepping out on it. I'm gonna walk on water. It's my time. Walk on water. I gotta go. Walk on water. On my way. Walk on water to the island. Walk on water. Walk on water. Walk on water. I'm gonna walk on it. Walk on it. Walk on it. Ain't nothing stop me. One foot in front of the other. Step by step by step. I'll keep on telling myself I got this. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. One foot in front of the other. Step by step by step by step by.
What is going on, y'all? It is your man. Listen, I'm so excited about today. It's your man, D-Tone. You're tuned into Shop Talk, everyone's favorite show, right here on everyone's favorite network. You know what it is, children. It is freedomradio.com. For the next hour, we're going to take this incredible journey that we call Shop Talk. First of all, I want to welcome everyone to the show, whether you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube. We are grateful to have you, whomsoever you might be. Of course, hit us up in the comments. We want to be able to put your comments on the screen as the show goes on today. We've got a lot to talk about. That's why I'm going to get right into the show. But before I do that, do me a favor, get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo, Threads. But tell your mama them, Ray Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious them, Nuck Nuck them, Pojo them. Let them all know that for the next hour, we are live right here on the Freedom Radio family of networks on Facebook as well as YouTube. All right, before we bring up our first co-host, let's give some early morning shout outs to some people hanging out with us. We got Tracy J. Wilson, who looked like she is on both YouTube and Facebook. What is going on, Tracy? Shout out to Latoya Lewis, who is also hanging out with us. And yes, Big congratulations is in order to Bay Area's own Lena Bird Miles. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. Shout out to Ashlyn Cole, who is joining us via YouTube. You'll see her in just a moment, but she's hanging out when streaming on her YouTube channel. Thank you, Ashlyn, for doing that. It is all to the good. And let's see, we've got Freedom Radio, of course, hanging out, and Ashlyn again, who is saying congrats out to the homie, which is Lena Bird Miles. We'll talk about that again in just a moment. What up, though, to Andrew Brian Caldwell, as well as to my guy, Samuel Bryce. We call him Seymour. And he told me to make sure I mentioned that he'll have seedless watermelons pretty soon. It's all good. Last but not least, and my guy, Jacory Proto, what is going on, man? Glad to have you hanging out with us virtually on Facebook. All right, let's get ready, y'all, to bring up our first co-host out. I'm going to get her city right today. Out in the city of Hercules. I've been wanting to move her to Pittsburgh for the longest, but out in the city of Hercules, California, my home girl and yours. Listen, I think we're going old school today with our Shop Talk format. Those of you who have been with us from the very beginning, which started right after a Stellar Award weekend a few years ago. I still don't remember what year that was, but maybe we'll figure that out together. Anyway, my homegirl and yours is in the virtual building. Let's bring her up, Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what is
Ooh,
on?
what's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's good? I need some help with my hair, y'all. I like it, but look at how much hair I have right now. I don't know what to do with it. I don't. I was thinking of doing a campaign and reaching out to like my fellow stylist to be like, what should I do? Hi, Ashley. What's up, DC? So anyway, I'm tuck and roll today. I'm tuck and roll with my hair. Jacory is so funny. He's like, cut it. Anyway, you need to cut it. I just want to say first and foremost, Lena Bird Miles, go ahead and walk on water. Hey, it's your time. Yes, it is. Congratulations. She won best new artist at the Stellar Award. We are so godly proud of her. I mean. But lots to talk about today for sure. For sure.
Absolutely. We do have a lot to talk about. And yes, we definitely want to give that big shout out and congratulations again to Bay Area's own, our favorite niece, as we're starting to call her, Lena Bird Miles. She is absolutely amazing. She did win New Artist of the Year, which was no surprise to me. No surprise to me at all.
I thought she was going to win, a few. I thought she was going to be bringing home a few. Yeah, but I did best new artist, we'll take it. Absolutely, we'll take it.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Listen, I'm glad to have you hanging out with us. Shout out to Ashley Monet that you mentioned a moment ago, but shout out to her who's hanging out with us. Shout out to Stacey Williams, your almost bestie, who is hanging out with us. And again, I mentioned Seymour. Seymour did come and knock at my door yesterday, and he dropped me off three. I was about to say 3 brand new watermelons, but aren't they all brand new? But 3 watermelons was at my door, and I was just eating them. I just had some yellow meat watermelon. I ain't gonna talk about that long because I feel that up hanging out in my shondo. But listen, we've got so much to talk about. I got one more thing I want to do.
Porcupine in your throat.
Porcupine in my throat. Right. I get it. Shout out to Sandra Brooks. What's going on, Sandra? Me and Sandra got to get with her real soon. That particular picture, nope, I didn't take that one, but I did do a photo shoot with Sandra not long ago, and it's time for us to do our second one, and we will be talking about that, and I'll be showing pictures about that real soon. But let's get ready to bring up our next co-host. I have no idea where he's at. I don't know if he's still in Vegas. I don't know if he's made it back home why do I want to? There's something that's going on in Pittsburgh because I keep trying to move y'all there, but. I don't know. I keep saying that y'all live in Pittsburgh when you live in Hercules, but I don't know where he is. He'll let us know. Let's bring up my guy, your bestie, and my guy that always makes me laugh, Jacory Prothrow. Jacory, man, what?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You still eating them greens?
No. Shayaraba. Oh, Jesus. Y'all don't understand. I met the patty man, the patty pies man, and the man can cook.
Oh
my God. I've never had greens with no meat in them. taste that good. I'm not gonna show you the rest of me, but yeah, it's growing. Mm-mm.
Your weight has gone higher
And now I'm eating gumbo from the power station. Ooh,
from the what?
the
Palace
power
Station.
station. The
Yeah, it's the
oyster
Lord's
bar,
doing.
baby.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah, it's
don't
the
know
God.
Lord's
about.
doing.
I don't know about this. This is news to me. I don't know.
Palace Station, yeah. When you go to Vegas, you got to know the places to go to eat. So it's evident that you're still in Vegas, and that's all good. But listen, we got a lot to talk about today. So I tell you what, why don't we jump into today's show? And again, those of you who are hanging out with us today, feel free to jump into the comments. Feel free to chime in, whether you are on Facebook or if you are on, I was about to say Instagram, but if you're on Facebook or if you are on YouTube,
YouTube.
whosoever you might be, feel free to jump in the comments. We would love to put your comments on the board. Ja'Cory hasn't connected his social media yet, but I know he will. But let's make things happen. We've got a lot to talk about. Yeah, and we've got Derek Harris chiming in saying that the Palace Station
Derek
gumbo is no joke.
Harris. Hi,
Yeah,
Derek. Oh my goodness. Thank you for jumping on. Oh, you don't have to sing it in me. It's okay. I just want to say hello to my
it's okay.
friends.
It's okay. Shout out to my homegirl, my little sis. I mean, we go back like four flats on the Cadillac. Andrea Scruggs, what is up, Andrea? Glad to have you hanging out with us. And of course, to my homie Celeste Ford out in the ATL, and she's hanging out with us. And we got JMO Norman in the building. What's going on?
What's
Going
up,
on?
J-Mo?
Yeah, glad to have you hanging out. And Celeste says the usual chord that she loves to hear. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Yes.
So yeah, keep doing your thing.
That's
And
good. At least
oh,
one of us. At least they like one of our hair.
but
One of us.
wait.
Jesus.
Pause on the hair for a minute, because I was at Stellar Weekend, still here. Hi, East Shanta. But people thought I don't know the guy's name from the Grown and Gospel. What's the show that was on TV? Come on, y'all. With Tasha Page Lockhart, Grown and Gospel. Is that what it's called?
oh yeah. I never saw it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I didn't either.
So people are walking up to me, talking about, well, when does the next episode come out? Are y'all taping? And I'm the type of person where sometimes I let the conversation just go because it seems like it'll
Yeah.
end quicker if you just go with people you don't know that just talking. Just let them talk. So they talking and he keeps talking. I'm just like, oh, he thinks I'm the guy from the show.
Interesting. That might be that there might be some prophecy to that, Ja'Cory. I think you might need to get with D Toll and get your official headshots done, and put your resume together. And I represent you because
Yeah,
I know how to do all that. But I will be your agent.
come on, let's go.
You can just pay me 15%, and then we'll go from there. I'm so
15%.
serious.
It's
I'm
nothing.
so
Hey, I'm
serious.
I'm ready.
Oh,
I
oh,
got I got my camera
Come
right here
on.
in
That's what I'm
hand. I'm
saying.
oh well, let
Yes,
me
I'm
that's what I'm
ready.
saying.
pose.
I'm ready. So we can make that happen. I Ashton was here last week. I don't know if Ashton was really paying attention, but I have a full photographing
I did not
studio.
pay attention.
You put your phone in there. You didn't see that? You put your
She
phone.
was
I
on a
didn't
mission.
pay attention. I get tunnel vision. And plus, it's none of my business what's going on in your living room. I was there to do a radio show. I came from the
Um,
front door. I came to the
No.
studio. We did a radio show. It's none of my business what's going on in any of the other rooms.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Especially, hold on. This is going to help somebody, especially when your wife is not there.
I
Hold
hear
on.
you.
Hold
I hear
on. That's
you.
going to help somebody. You go to a man's house. I don't care what the nature of the thing. You better make sure his wife is there. And if she's not, you better get her on the phone. You better make sure that she knows. Otherwise, you walking sideways. Well, no, we ain't going sideways. We're going straight, hot or cold. Come on, you better get right with Jesus.
I hear you. I'm not mad, but Ja'Cory, just so you know, I have a
mhm.
full photography studio here available to you and whomsoever if you need to get some headshots done
Okay.
inside or outside. So I'm ready for whatever. As a matter of fact, you know what? I thought I was gonna pop up at Stellar's, but man, I made a huge mistake. I made a huge
Oh,
mistake. I went to LA last week. I hopped on a plane last week and I flew to LA.
oh, we could have met up in LA. I was in LA all week.
I know you was there, but I
Oh,
didn't want to
you didn't
bother you.
tell me. You didn't
But
tell
you
me.
you 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 said you had previous plans, so I didn't want to mess
I
you up.
did.
I got there. I
I
went to
did.
I went and had donuts at Randy's. I went to Harold and Bill's and all this kind of stuff. I had a rental car, but Listen, my knee was kicking
You
up
got to take it
something
easy.
fierce.
You got to take it
Yeah,
easy.
my
Oh,
knee was kicking up something fierce, and so
yeah.
even though I got wheelchair service in Oakland, but when I got to LA, they was like, "You on what? Man, get your big tail up out of here." So I had to walk, and I had my cane. I was trying to
Oh,
be right.
Jesus.
I had my cane, and my cane was on my right hand, but it's a little too short. And I had my duffel bag on my right, so I
Your
was
cane is too.
walking like this,
No, you
and my
can't carry
back
all of
was
that.
hurting. It was
Dito.
it was it was a mess. But
Okay.
I
I'm
was
glad
I
you're
was
okay.
ready. Oh yeah, I'm good. So now I was ready. I was ready for Stellars. As a matter of fact, I even wore my
Mm-mm.
Stellar Award outfit on Sunday. I
Not
was
the
ready for
Stellar
the
Wood outfit.
Stellars.
Jesus.
I just
Come
couldn't get
on,
there.
sir.
Ooh,
But
Come
yes,
I
on,
sir.
was
sir.
ready. I was Jacory.
Yes.
I was not doing black. I wasn't doing that.
Come
I was
on.
ready for Stellars, but I just couldn't get there because I was in too much
Mm-mm.
pain. But
Dito, look, there's a lot of walking that takes place when you go, first of all, to Vegas in general. There's a lot of
Yes.
walking that
No
takes place.
doubt.
And
absolutely,
in the Stellars, because it's spread out, there's so much walking. Jacory probably tell you he probably walked for miles and miles and miles, just all to all the different events and all of that stuff. So I'm glad you're okay. But, next year, Dito, I have a premonition that
Having a
Freedom Radio,
showcase.
will be at the Stellars next year.
We're
I
having a
really, really
showcase
do
next
believe
year.
that. Because
I'm
I
speaking
I'm
was
that.
with it.
sad to see the it wasn't the red carpet, but
It was
I was
blue.
sad to see the blue carpet and that we were not on there. I would have
Yeah,
loved to have been on there. I would have, but I had a
yeah.
previous engagement. So next year,
It's all
I think
good.
we
You know
should
what?
do that next
I
year.
like the way you're thinking. I think we'll try to get now. Last time when we had our showcase, man, I lost a lot of money, but I have a
Mm-hmm.
new outset. I have a new outlook on life, and so we will see what happens for next year. But I will tell you
Yep.
this: we should get into today's national days because you know why? What you just said and some of the things that you just said made me think about today's national day. So why don't we jump in and see where we end up? So
Okay.
Let's
today's
jump.
national day, first thing on the list, Ashlyn,
Mm,
today is World Listening Day. World
Huh?
mm.
Listening Day. What? Huh?
Wait, say it again.
Wo- World Listening Day. So all the things you just said, I am going to listen and put them into action and make that happen. So
Hey,
today
man, hold on. I need to
is
text a few people. Hold on. I need to let them know that today is National Listening Day. Maybe I can actually get a word in edgewise. Hold on. Let me
Oh, Jesus Christ.
let me see who I could let me see who I could text real quick and let them know it's a hush day. Today
you
is
should
a
be
hush
listening,
day.
not talking. Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah. So today,
mm.
today
Mm.
is World Listening Day. Shout out to Denisha Sexton. Dude, what is going on? Y'all in these comments and
Mm.
Ashton and man, y'all cutting up. Yeah, today is World Listening Day. Secondly, this has nothing to do with me, but you know, Ashlyn, I know you're bougie, so you might partake of this. Today is World Caviar Day. World
No,
No.
no, no, no,
Caviar
no, no. That's
Day.
nasty. Ugh. No.
Wait.
Listen. No, listen.
Wait a minute.
No,
Seeing that you
No.
went there, I'm gonna need everybody that's listening to go to my page later on today because I was at the oyster bar and
ah,
Ty ordered some oysters. Yes,
Mm-mm.
and I was like, "Are you gonna eat all of those?" And she's like, "They're good." The waitress brought me one to try, and it took me
Oh,
about
did you throw up?
20. Oh Jesus, I still don't know what happened, but I tried it, and it ain't for me. Mm. A mouthful of ocean. No
Mm-mm.
thanks.
A mouth. That's a good way of putting it. Now,
a
fried
mouthful of
oysters, you
ocean.
can get with fried oysters. It totally changes the texture. But I hear you.
Hey,
Yeah, I know you're
woo.
gonna feel that for a little bit. Yeah, all of them.
Nah, I can't.
No, but
I
caviar,
can't.
I can't do. First of all, it is like a whole mouth of ocean, and it's the little popping. It's the little popping. And why would you want to do that? And
Oh Lord.
they're eggs that came out of a fish. That are eggs. These are little baby, teeny tiny fish eggs,
Mm-mm,
and
mm-mm,
you won't eat these. And you
mm-mm.
no, 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 no. Anyway, let's move on. Let's
Shout,
move on. Let's
it's
move on.
all good. Shout out to Malia Banks who's hanging out with us. Shout out to Nate Jackson
Hey,
with Naomi.
Malia.
Naomi, what is going on? Glad to have you hanging out. I think I mentioned J-Mo earlier, but these comments, y'all
Yes.
are cutting up in here. Shout out to again to Andrea. She said they didn't cook them right.
They
It's
didn't
cool.
cook them at all. They didn't cook them at
Yeah,
all. They opened it, they shucked it. I'm not cussing. It's called shucking. They open it on a shell and they bring it to you raw. Sometimes they put a little lemon juice on there, but they don't even season it. There's no
Mm-mm.
seasoning. There's no
Just
seasoning.
no,
put a cup in the ocean and have a ocean tea. It's gross.
I
Ocean
can't. Ocean
tea.
T. I cannot with you today.
Hey
Shout out to
Darius.
Darius Henson in the building. What's going on, young man? Glad to have you hanging out with us. Listen, y'all cutting up today. Listen, lastly, in today's National Day, it is not. And y'all saw me making the faces when he's talking about the caviar and the oysters and stuff. Well, get ready to pucker up again because today is
Mm-mm.
National Sour Candy Day.
Oh,
You
I
Oh,
love it. I love it. Oh, I love it.
sour candy.
I'm all
So,
for it. I'm all
but you
for it.
don't,
I
but
like
you don't
the
pucker up when you eat the candy. You don't pucker up.
no,
mm-mm.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Sour, sour, sour.
I
Love
like
it.
to eat them in church and get the little sprinkles all over the seat.
You know what?
Mm.
Have the
So the
ushers
usher can
mad
come
at you.
kick. Yeah, right. You want to mess with the ushers. Okay, it's all
Mm-mm.
good. So yeah, today lastly is National Sour Candy Day. I see you, Malia,
Love
with the
that.
Sour Patch Kid. I'm not mad at you. It
Yes.
is all good. You know, I may since I on these this
Ninja Turtles. Hmm.
Ninja Turtles, I may have to go get
Hmm.
me something green to eat, some sort of candy, and make that happen. All right,
Maybe
y'all.
some
Listen,
vegetables. Maybe some broccoli. Some asparagus. Some green. Some
Oh,
leafy green
she just
vegetables.
came for you on live TV.
so
We all
what are
need
you
them. What
saying?
you mean? I'm not coming for detail. We all need
It
green
was
leafy
no, it was
vegetables.
cute though. It was cute,
No,
but it
no,
was
I would no. That's what I was thinking about. Something green. It's funny when I think about green food. I don't think about candy first. I think about like healthy leafy vegetables, green foods. My apologies, Detour. I was not coming for you
It's cool. I didn't take it
we
like that
know it.
initially.
because
That's
you could look
that's
at me and see I ain't skipped no meals. So you look. Who am I to talk to anybody about anything? Because
you know
I
what.
was at the gym this morning at 5:30 a.m. Yes, I was because I'm on a regimen. I'm trying to get this weight off of me and trying to get healthy and holy. Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Healthy and holy. I like that.
That's a good one. Healthy and holy. Can we
That's a
coin
It's
t-shirt.
that?
off the dome. It's off the dome. It's off the
Let me
dome.
spit something off the dome. Right here, cause we alone.
Oh,
Julia. You know I never make a fool of you. Y'all don't watch TV? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, all right, y'all. Let's keep things going. We're gonna go past the
I do
National
like that
Day.
healthy and holy. Hold on. I might
Healthy
have
and
to hold
holy.
on.
Yeah,
Hold
write
on.
that
come
down.
join, come join
Write that
freedom.
one
Healthy
down.
and
Yeah.
holy. Come on,
Yeah,
let's
write
go.
that one down. That's a good one.
I'm gonna work on that one today.
There you go. There you go. Now let's get ready now to turn our attention to today's birthdays. We have a few. I'll make this as quick as possible. So we've got those of you who are fans of Fast and Furious, that whole 10 movie outlet. Listen, today is Vin Diesel, Dominic Toretto. Vin Diesel turns 56 today.
Wow.
Also, also having a birthday is how you doing? Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams
Oh,
turns 59 today. Happy birthday,
Hmm.
Wendy Williams. Many of you have probably rode at some point Virgin America Airlines or have something knowing something about Virgin. Well, the owner of that, Richard Branson, who owns an island. That's what you know. You got a lot of money when you own an island. But Richard
How's
Branson,
an island?
yeah, he owns a whole island. Richard Branson turns 73 today. Also,
Wow.
shout out to basketball player and now coach out in Memphis is Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway
mm.
turns 52
Yes.
today. Can't believe Penny. I didn't know we was that close in age, but Penny Hardaway Anthony is his real name. Anthony Hardaway is 52 today. Next to last, singer extraordinaire, Martha Reeves. Martha Reeves. Yeah,
Nowhere else
Martha
to
Reeves, today is her
turn.
birthday. She turns an amazing 82. 82
Wow.
years old today. And last but not least, even though he passed 10 years ago, today would have been the birthday of the great Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, he was
Mm.
born this day in 1918. So He would have been
Wow.
105 if he was living. But shout out to him and his family. Made an incredible imprint on the earth. And today would have been his birthday. If I'd had Chris Tucker, Nelson Mandela. But today would have been his birthday. Ashlyn, this is where we throw things out to you for you to be an encouragement to somebody. The virtual floor is now yours.
I want to give also a shout out to Miranda Wilson, amazing radio, voice of radio. Today is also her birthday. And so shout out to her. Look, birthdays are meant to be celebrated. And I know I say this often, and hopefully it's sinking in. Hopefully you have heard it enough times that you've said, wow, maybe I should celebrate my birthday because it's the day that the Lord has made, and I shall rejoice and be glad in it. So why, if you would do that on 364 other days of the year, that you wouldn't do an extra portion of celebration on the one day of the year that you were born? And so look, take time out for yourself, reach out to friends. And here's another thing. Don't wait for other people to celebrate you. Okay. Don't wait for other people to celebrate you because it might not happen. It might not happen, or it might not happen in a way that you think it should happen. So celebrate with your friends, your family. Go get yourself a night. Take yourself out to dinner. I know that might sound crazy to some people, but do something nice to celebrate God's creation because you are worth it and you deserve it. And I'm so glad that you were born today. So from all of us here at Freedom Radio and Shop Talk, happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Ashley. You always do that
With the
so very nicely.
with the spoon and the plate in the background, Jacory.
Yeah,
You
I
was
heard
grubbing.
Jacory, man.
You
Yeah,
you was grubbing,
he
Jacory.
was going in. I want to give a
Woo.
shout out to first time I've seen this name, but I know they're here because of you. Asked to Sister Natasha. Says Sister Natasha
Hey.
podcast. Glad to have you hanging out with us. And then again, shout out to Darius Henson who comments on the word that you just shared with us. That is awesome, awesome stuff. And Natasha also again comments on that as well. All right, y'all.
That's right.
Let's keep things going. And Jacory, thank you so much. I appreciate the card. Thank
Oh
you.
no! So I was out here with Yolanda. I don't know where she is, but she slid this on the table, and it says, "Thank you, thank you so much for your kindness. You have made this weekend amazing." Let me tell you,
Oh.
the open doors. Well, I have to be honest. God has just favored me with many open doors. It's not just like one or two. It's like thousands. So things just happen, and when you connected to the right people, you're able to pull others through those open doors. So it's been amazing.
That's good stuff, man. I love it. Well, amazing things happen to amazing people, and you definitely are an amazing person, man. You always have been a
Yes.
pusher, kind of like me. I like to push other people. I like to, make
Mm-hmm.
sure everybody's taken care of, and that they feel comfortable and make things happen. And man, one day that door is gonna open for me. I feel an open door coming my way sooner than later. All right, y'all. Let's get things going. We got a few things to talk about in just a few minutes to talk about it. So First thing I want to mention is that 2024 is around the corner.
Mm.
2024 is around the corner, which means
It
that,
really is.
yeah, it's around the corner. And that means that we're going to get ready for the next presidential campaign.
Oh,
Oh,
And
is that what it means?
yeah, unfortunately, well, I don't want to use the word unfortunately. I
Oh
try to
God.
use that word, but it's highly looking like it. Y'all know we don't normally get political, so this is going to be a very quick segment. But
Mm.
it's very, very much so looking like a rematch between Joe Biden and Donald Trump for the presidency.
How?
I,
How? I just want to know how. Can somebody just answer the question how? How?
how in the world?
How? This. I'm sorry. How? Somebody tell me. How is this man able to run? How is he even able to run? Is the almighty dollar so powerful that we turn a blind eye to someone's actual true character? Like literally this man I mean, yes, he's a wealthy man, he's prospering, okay, all those things, whatever, but he's a horrible person. And I don't care, y'all can think what you want to think about me, and judge not lest you be judged. I'm not judging, I am merely commenting on the character of someone, and my heart hurts for him because I hurt for the rest of us, because we're not taken care of under this man. First of all, nobody that's any shade lighter than or darker than me, excuse me, is taken care of. If you any shade darker than me, you're not going to be taken care of in this country with him as our leader. And if you are a woman of any color, you're not taken care of in this country. and I just it just upsets me because I'm like, are we dumb? Are we dumb? Is the American people dumb? I don't think so. I think that there is what appears to be a majority is siding with him, but I'm telling you, it's not the majority. And so don't be discouraged by what's on social media. Okay, don't be discouraged by what's on the media. It may seem like the odds are unsurmountably in his favor. I'm here to tell you the numbers are not. If every single person in America voted, he would not be president. Because the majority of people don't support him, but they make it seem like he is the one that everybody supports. So what we do need to do is like what we did when Barack Obama was nominated and he was running for president. Every single person, I'm talking about, get your uncle out of bed, load him in the car, make sure that you are registered to vote. You can register at any time. You don't have to wait to register to vote. You could register at any time during the year. Make sure that you are registered at your current address and get yourselves out and vote.
Absolutely.
I mean, I did hear one thing that really blessed me. And it was that, thank God that I only have a president for 4 years, but I have a savior for eternity.
Oh,
right?
that's good.
So we only do have a president for 4 years and maybe 8, but in his case, it would only be 4 because he's already done 4. So I want us to just keep that in mind. And the Bible does tell us to follow the laws of the land. And what are the laws of the land? Go vote. Go vote. Go vote for what you believe in, period.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a trip because I think when you're wealthy, you can pay for the doors that you walk through. So that trumps character, anointing. Because we got some Trumps walking around in a lot of these churches too, to where you got the wealth, so that's why you got the mic. Oops. But my thing is, it's just time for the church to pray and come together and have these meetings to where we're teaching what we need to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a crook. He's a crook. So how are we gonna have a crook if we put beliefs aside? Let's put beliefs aside. He's a crook. He has lied and cheated. He has, if you're patriotic at all in this country, he has stepped on the flag. He has set the flag on fire. He literally encouraged people to storm the Capitol building and put people's lives in jeopardy, politicians and workers and innocent people. And people did die on that day. He was the ringleader of all that. So how are we turning a blind eye to somebody's behavior? It's like we have some sort of amnesia. It's like we so quick to cancel people, but if something is shiny and new, we celebrate it. It's bizarre to me.
So we don't know how to. So that's the trip because he can't be canceled. I guess is that because he's so wealthy?
I mean, they tried. They turned off his Twitter account. He came back. It's just Yeah,
I feel you. I mean, it's a very interesting subject. And honestly, y'all can call me wrong if you want to, but I really don't want Biden to run again. To be honest, I'd rather have 2 fresh candidates that we can try to pick from.
Yeah.
But shout out to my guy Paul Cooley. What's up, bro? I saw you from a distance on Sunday, man. We didn't get a chance to holler, but we definitely got to holler real soon, man. Shout out to Alicia Dace, who is also in the virtual building. Go right ahead, Ashton Cole.
Hi, Sister Alicia. So glad for you to join us. And I definitely want to say this. It takes so much money to run in politics. And so if we are going to encourage our young people and our young minorities at that to get into politics, we have to put our money behind them. We have to financially support them. So I would encourage everybody, find somebody that you believe in, like like President Obama. When he was coming up in the ranks, like he had to go through the ranks. You don't just one day, unless you're a billionaire, like Trump was able to just one day decide he wanted to be in politics. But we've got to put our money behind these young up and coming politicians that we believe in. Um, and San Francisco. Why can't I think of her name right now? London Breed. London Breed is the she's the mayor of San
San
Francisco,
Francisco.
and she's amazing. She is an amazing, um, just a beautiful black woman in politics, and she certainly could go the distance. I know people are funny about Gavin Newsom, but he came through San Francisco as well. Another wonderful person and that could be a great candidate, right? That believes
Absolutely.
in equal rights and equality for all and all of that stuff. So put your money behind these candidates because that will give them the doors that they need to go through in order to represent our communities.
Absolutely. I love it. I think that's good stuff. And while we've been talking about this, we do now have a break in of another young lady. And the next subject that we're going to talk about is actually right up her alley. But Ja'Cory just mentioned her a few moments ago. Looked like she has made it back to um, Charlotte of North Carolina, and she's hanging out with us. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out to Georgia Baker. Georgia Baker, long
Georgia.
time no see.
Oh my goodness.
Long time no see. Georgia Baker in the
Hey,
virtual building. And
sister.
you know what? I like what Dee Felder just said. She said that she would vote for Gavin. I like Gavin Newsom. I didn't
Me
Yeah,
always
too.
like him. I didn't always
yeah,
like him, but he has shown himself to be a great person and a great leader, especially for the state of
yes.
California. All right, y'all, we've got to
Hey,
break in.
Celeste.
Let's get ready to bring in our next co-host out in Charlotte of North Carolina, my homegirl and yours. It's time to
Nice.
see Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. Yolanda, girl, what is going on?
Oh,
Oh, she stood in. Now, I thought you connected your mic by now. She was back. She been back there for about 5 or 6 minutes. Come on, girl. What's going on, child? Can't hear you.
no, we can't hear you.
Oh, hey,
There you go.
Oh, her voice is
Hi.
still going.
man. Yeah, just a little bit. Hi.
What's going on? What's going on? Glad to see. Yeah, I know she's so excited. Glad to have you hanging out. Welcome back home from a very full weekend there out in Las Vegas. We talked about that a little bit. The fact that, of course, we talked about Lindbergh Miles and all those great things that did happen. But how did things go for you? I know there was a tribute. I believe I didn't see the tribute, but how did everything go for you in Vegas?
So first, let me say hi. It's not that I'm not excited. I'm wiped. A 4 hour plane ride from Vegas is like no joke. So I'm wiped. First, let me say publicly that Ja'Cory Prethlow is everything. Um, Ja'Cory made my
Oh.
weekend, and he is amazing. And so, sometimes when you go on trips with people, it can be challenging. But Ja'Cory, we had so much fun. So let me say, everybody should be
Mhm.
proud of me. And if you bet on me, you owe me some money because I did not touch my computer at all.
Hmm.
I haven't touched
Come
Photoshop
on.
since Thursday. Since I left,
Wow.
really, I haven't opened it. And that's anybody who knows me, that's a big deal because I'm always working. But so, um, I don't know how to. Me and Ja'Cory were talking about how do we put this in the words. I don't know how to put this in the words. Let me tell you something though. When I will say this, serving people think that sometimes um serving really does pay in things that you cannot. And so I recognize that, I've been serving in whatever capacities all my life. In church, in ministry. Sometimes I got paid, sometimes I didn't get paid. Sometimes I got a thank you, sometimes I didn't. And this weekend I wasn't never looking for the benefits of them either. But sometimes this weekend I saw the benefits of all of that. And so I will always say this: I will always honor the legacy of Kevin Lemons as long as I live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, One thing that happened during the week was the last time we sang in California. Jacory tell you, I didn't even know the promoter. I didn't even know his name. I don't think he even knew my name. And the reason Jacory and I ended up even singing was because of that promoter, Mr. Valentino, right? And he opened the door, and I had the greatest time of my life all night, regardless of what went viral. I already told Jacory I'm not talking about that. So um, I just appreciate the opportunities. I'm always gonna be this way. Okay. But I just appreciate the opportunities from meeting the Patty
Yeah.
guy to meeting, which he's an extremely nice man. He is. He's just like a pot of gold for real. He's like humble, really cool. So the things that occurred from me and Jacory ended up in elevate. I mean, I can't tell you how it happened. That's what was so unbelievable. I'm serious. I can't say, well, I did. I can't. It's all God. That's not being deep mystical. That's all for. How do you end up walking to get something to eat and then end up in the skybox? Like it
Oh
was
yeah.
like
That's
those
he'll do
kind of
that. Jacory has no
yeah. Like
he'll talk to
Jacory was
everybody
walking through.
absolutely.
So Mr. Valentino saw me again, and he was like, "You want to come upstairs? Go upstairs. Where? There's an upstairs." Like I was like, I didn't even know that they had skyboxes for the awards. Okay, I've never been in a. I've been in a lot of places, but I've never been in a skybox. I was overwhelmed.
Mm.
That's good stuff.
Saturday, I will say the tribute didn't go as I planned. As Jacory, no, I had no. So Vegas, I learned a powerful lesson too. It is dry. Let me first say, it's safe. I do not want to go to hell. It is so hot.
Very
Oh my
dry.
God.
Hmm.
So I've been to Vegas several times in my life, right? My dad's from LA, so I've been to Vegas several times in my lifetime. Good God Almighty. It was like 120 at one point.
22. Yeah.
Jesus. So I woke up Saturday morning. I think Jacory too woke up. My voice, I could talk, but I could not sing. Nothing would come out. So I'm gonna be honest, I did not do as well as I had intended. My saving grace was Miss Vanessa said, "Oh, my daughter." She said, "Oh, I know what you can do," and so. But it was amazing. I'm very, very grateful. So thank you, Jacory. It was. He made it, and his mom is the bomb too.
Yes.
That's
Well,
good
that's
stuff.
a funny thing, Dito, because being when you're connected to the right people, you can slide into some extra doors. And my
That's
Absolutely.
thing
fact.
is, I learned a long time ago under the great Dr. Jones that you got to hold yourself accountable. So if you look like you're not supposed to be in the room, then maybe you ain't supposed to be in the room. But you can go through
Mm.
some doors if you got the right attitude. Just walk in there. You're just as
Right.
good as anybody else in the room. So
Yep,
That's right.
hold the room with what God gave you and keep walking.
Absolutely.
yep. And I'll add this
Absolutely.
last part too. It does matter how you present yourself. I know people
Come
out
on.
here thinking it doesn't matter. I sing for Jesus. I sing for the King. It doesn't. It matters
It does.
how you present yourself. It
Hmm.
matters how you walk into a room. It matters about your attitude. It matters if you're kind. It
Come
matters
on.
if you smile. So imagine, had I not been kind, had I not served Kevin for number one, had I not been kind, I don't know what that man saw when I was on that trip with Kevin. I have no idea, right? Imagine I wasn't even gonna try. I was just gonna throw some clothes in a bag. But I said, no, let's do this, let's do that. So my point is it matters how you present yourself. The moment you
Hmm.
think you shouldn't try is the moment you should try. It's not about clothes. It is about your heart. But when you're an
Come
artist,
on.
you do have to present yourself well. You don't have to wear Louis Vuitton. You don't have to wear $1 million clothes, but you have to give it a good effort. You have to
That's right.
really decide within yourself that you're going to do more than you're trying to do. That's
Mm.
how people see you differently. I'm a thick girl. I can't just walk out and just anything. That doesn't work. You have to give it a full effort.
And
That's
before she
good.
finished that one, how about we walking through the hall? Because my thing is, I just go through doors. It'd be like, look, I'm about to try this one. I had a very busy day for Stella's. I had to fly back home to sing at a wedding and then fly back. I didn't have no voice, but my thing is, I wanted to be in the room to support Lena Bird Miles because that's like family
Yeah.
praying. I got
Yeah.
there a little late, but it was just like I had told Yolanda. I said, I just got to find her so I can hug her. It didn't matter to me. So I found her, and I'm walking through the hall, and Jonathan Slocum stops me, and it's just like,
Yes.
that blazer. That blazer. So, I hit record because the thing is, nobody in the world knows this. I say this. The blazer I had on, it was only $19. So it's not about the bracket of clothing, but it's how you present yourself and how you put it together.
Well, let me also add, because I think this is a really good teaching opportunity for anybody who wants to get into rooms, that wants to get, behind these doors or through these doors or in these circles. Your reputation goes before you. And so it matters, yes, that you have a good attitude in the moment, and it matters how you present yourself, but it matters who you are behind the scenes when nobody's watching. I got a phone call yesterday from someone that said that my name had been mentioned, that something or another, and he said, I knew it couldn't be true because I know your character. He said, I just wanted to let you know that your name was being brought up for something. And I say, you know what? I appreciate that. I said, but I don't even pay those people no mind, because I think that when people talk about you, they're trying to bait you. First of all, you haven't been giving them the attention that they feel that they want or need or deserve. And I don't give those people my attention for a reason, ma'am, sir, because your reputation has gone before you. So now I haven't spoken to that other person that will remain nameless for a year. And before that, it wasn't even 5 years, because I don't associate myself with messy people. And if you're messy, that's your reputation. Until you have some consistency behind your behavior, where you're acting in integrity and kindness and generosity, and you are supportive, and you show up to things just because, and you don't show up and be like, well, could you sit me in the front row? And I'm mad because I got to sit in the fifth row. And yeah, let's not talk about Yolanda. Let's not talk about Kevin Lemon's service in Atlanta, and people were showing out like they were mad that they couldn't sit in the front row. And it's like, you should just be happy to be in the room and support and just hug the neck of a woman who's just lost her husband. But your reputation goes before you. So if you're trying to get in these rooms, first of all, go look in the mirror. Don't look around and be like, well, why didn't they give me a chance? And how come Jacory didn't take me to Vegas? How come Yolanda didn't call me when she got to Vegas? How come Dito? Why don't you look in the mirror, boo? And check yourself, because you already might be wrecking yourself. Okay. We have proven our reputation goes before us. And so those doors automatically open. When somebody sees Jacory in the hallway, they don't even sit there like, man, come this where you want to be, because his reputation goes before him. Same with Dito. I have seen Dito just show up just in favor. Yolanda has been talking about it, just showing up and walking in favor. Why? Because we know who we are, and we know whose we are, right? We know who we belong to and who we represent. And it's not just Ashlyn Cole. I represent not only myself, my family, Freedom Radio, ShopTalk, the Lord. That's who I represent. So carry yourself in a way that's going to cause people to want to invite you into things. It's going to cause them to want to put you in the first row, because you're not going to sit there with a sour look on your face. You're actually going to get up on your feet and praise the Lord and represent. That's all I have to say about that.
That was
Absolutely.
good.
That's good stuff. Listen, we've got hanging out in the background, been patiently waiting. My guy, I think he's working and he might be on his lunch, but he is hanging out with us as well. Let's bring up my guy out in the ATL. I believe Demetrius, the Hallelujah Morning Man himself. Hunter, Demetrius, man, what is going on?
With the Janet Jackson
Well,
headset
good
on. What's going on?
morning. Hallelujah. Morning, everybody out there in Freedom Radio Land. Yes, I'm actually here working. Someone's talking. We're in a training. Someone's talking in here. This has nothing to
Macy,
do
you
with what I
supposed to
do
be in a
every day.
training. What are you
So I
doing?
said, let me go ahead and chime in. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. This has nothing to do with me, but we'll listen. You know, that's what we're paid to do. But you know, we
Hilarious.
are here. Hopefully, nobody from is tuned in.
Wow.
Yeah, hopefully
Hilarious.
that's funny. Well, man, you came in at a good time. You came in at a good
Yes,
time
sir.
because, man, we've been talking about a lot of things, but one thing I've been trying to get a chance to talk about for a couple of weeks is
Hmm.
is that just a couple of weeks ago, all of us are on Facebook, all of us are on Instagram, many of us use WhatsApp and all these type of things. But and that is all ran by the parent company is Meta. It used to be Facebook, but they changed their name. They packaged themselves now as Meta. And many of us know that just a few weeks ago, Meta dropped a brand new app. It's called Threads.
Mm,
And I mentioned Threads because Threads is a Twitter like app. It's a Twitter like
Hmm.
app, but it is ran by Meta opposed to Twitter. And I mentioned this because within 5 days, now it's about two,
uh,
3 weeks old by now,
Yeah.
but within 5 days, they had over 100 million
Yeah.
users. a
Hmm.
hundred million users within 5 days. Listen, that is absolutely amazing. I'm still trying to figure my way around, but Yolanda, I see her on there every day. She seems to be working her way around the Threads app. But and I think Ashley, did I see you join? I think I seen Ashley join. I think I seen
You
Jacory.
did. They used to have my number up here. They had originally they had the number of what number of threads you were, and it was like 1 million something. I was late to the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of them. I'm looking at it right now. Of course, it uses your Instagram login for those of you who haven't done it as of yet. But it uses your Instagram login, your Instagram name, and
Hmm.
that will be your name. But Yolanda, man, what has been your experience on Threads over these last couple of weeks?
I'm not gonna tear here. It's cool. I mean, it's just.
I'm not
I
going to
mean, it's
tear it.
not.
No.
I mean, I've been on social media forever.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's gone. I've been on
Yeah, I
social
see.
media since Black Planet. So for me, it was just like it's cool.
Yeah,
I just like to keep up because I own a business, so I just like to keep up. But it's you don't have to work as hard to get followers. I will say I like that component. People follow you more instantly, more quickly, but people don't necessarily respond. I feel as fast. They
right.
might like
right.
something, but it's okay. It's cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's all good. And save your throat. Demetrius, have you
please,
made the jump
please.
yet? Have you made the jump yet in the Threads, or you still kind of
It,
watching
it's
from the
it's
outside?
so funny that you bring that up because this week it's been a very busy week, and I've encountered um, a lot of different celebrity connections. And Sunday, I was talking with Dr. Contessa from Married to Medicine. She goes, "Let me get your thread," and I said, "Huh?" She's like, "What's your thread?" I said,
Hilarious.
"I have not even begun that. I haven't even tapped into it." But I'm seeing that it is something everybody's does now. The few people asked me on Sunday at the all white wedding party if was like, "Hey, what's your thread?" And I'm like, "My thread." First for a minute, I got puzzled. It was like thread. Then I remembered, oh yeah, that's that new thing. But I just haven't tapped into it because I'm just not a social media like that. It's just too much. I can't
Yeah,
keep up with it
yeah, I'm with
all.
you.
I got to pick and choose. And it's like
So
Instagram is just now going there for me. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
So
with you.
I've mentioned her before, but I'm going to mention her again. Her profile on Instagram is This Is Nikki S, and Nikki is Nickys. She is masterful at social media. Masterful. She will literally show you how to navigate all these different. I immediately, my very first post on Threads, I mentioned her because I was like, I don't know what to do on here, but I know Nikki does. And so definitely go follow her. This is Nikki S on all social media platforms, and she'll teach you some things. She will teach you some things for sure.
Good stuff. That's good stuff. Now, Ja'Cory, I think I seen you on there, or that you follow me or hit or something like that, man. What's been your experience on Threads so far?
I mean, I totally jumped to it because I feel as though it's so easy in the day and time to be. You can become ancient by just not being associated. But I'm a little
Not
over it
ancient.
because no, you can. You honestly can. I tell my mother that all the time. You know, you can be let yourself become ancient if you don't tap in. And I don't. You know, I've tapped in, but it's just like I'm over all of the social media stuff because it's just
Yeah.
like you go to all of them and you see the same thing. So what the
Well,
what
Ja'Cory
the
will also now what changed Ja'Cory though is that his account got hacked, and I know that we talked about this because Ja'Cory was
Yeah.
not salty on social media until his account got hacked, and then Ja'Cory got salty because he had a good presence on Instagram, he had a good following, he had good algorithm, all that stuff, and somebody came in and wiped all that out. So I do understand your
Yeah.
frustration, sir, because that was cold blooded. And what did Instagram do? Nothing. But can I tell you, I do have a little bit of an announcement since we're
Go
talking
right
about
ahead.
social media. My announcement for social media is that your girl now has a blue check. Hmm. Yes.
hmm.
I went ahead and took the leap. So I am now certified, verified, and bona fide. Hallelujah.
On Instagram?
On
What?
Instagram, and then it transfers over into Threads. So I also am
Awesome.
verified on Threads. So I just thought I would try it out. I've been sort of, and the whole controversy died out. People stopped talking about it, and so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a shot. Right? It's in the budget. And I'll go ahead and check it out and see what it is. And so far, so good. So far, so good. I even have a special customer service option. I have a button to go directly right into customer service. And for that, I am definitely grateful. So,
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
yes,
I'm
and
not mad at you.
sanctified. Absolutely.
Okay. Shout out to Lucinda Taylor, who was on, who is saying that she's about to enroll on Threads. It is all good. Good to see you. And then Chester Brooks says, for us social media idiots, can you explain what the blue check is? So why don't you do that for us real quick, Ashley?
So originally, when Instagram began, they started verifying accounts. So if you were a celebrity, if you were celebrity status on the level of an Oprah Winfrey or a Tyler Perry, or something like that, then your account would be verified that you were who you said you were. And it was set up so that somebody that would create a fake account pretending to be Oprah or Tyler, they would immediately know that it was not a verified account because you would see the blue check next to the person's name. So as time went on, other people started getting verified, and you would need to fill out an application and all that stuff, and they would either agree, deny you, or give you a check. What?
Oh, it's
My
like
brain went
Social
blank.
Security. Come on.
So, yes. And so I tried several times and I was denied several times. And so I quit. I was like, well, I want to be a verified account, but I guess I'm not who I say I am. But anyway, they changed it now that you can't just apply. You can actually subscribe. You can subscribe and you pay a $14.99 fee every month, and you will get a verified check. This will give you access to customer service. It will also allow you to have be set apart from other accounts that people can see that you have been verified. You do go through an application process after you subscribe and they verify who you are. You have to send them a picture of your driver's license, and they make sure that you really are who you say you are. And so I decided to go ahead and do that. So anybody that wants to get verified can pay $14.99, and then you go through an application process. There are some security measures. So if you're somebody that doesn't like to give out your driver's license or your social security number, then you won't want to go through this process because they are going to ask you for that. But yeah, it gives you access to some benefits that I think are really helpful. And Instagram is now monetized for me. It has been for a while. And so I am just happy to take it to the next level because I really do enjoy Instagram.
That's good stuff. Not mad
Hmm.
at you. It's all good. Listen, I'm looking up at the clock. It's almost time. Well, it is time for us to go. But before we go, just want to add to the screen and mention that I will be in Antioch this particular weekend. Shout out to Lawrence
Yes.
Matthews as he is celebrating his wife who was turning 50. Sharon Matthews, this is my homie, my classmate.
Her birthday is actually
Uh,
today. It's her
is
birthday
it
is today,
today?
actually.
Okay, good
Yep.
stuff. Well, we will all be out in Antioch this weekend to celebrate in official style at 6 p.m. at the Grace Bible Fellowship Church. So if you're in the Bay Area and you're free on Saturday, this is going to be my first event since my injury. Y'all pray for me. The Lord will give me strength to make it through. But I am excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And so, with that being said, it is time for us to go. But before we go, anybody with a closing comment or a final thought?
I want to say if you haven't already got yourself a pair of Beats, go get a pair. These fell in an entire swimming pool. They popped open, both the headphones fell out, and they fell in the pool. And guess what? They still work.
Who makes those?
These are Beats by Dre.
No, Beats by Dre was bought out by Apple years ago.
These are
Beats by
Apple Beats. Apple Beats.
Awesome, awesome, good stuff. It's good to see that you have those. That is amazing.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Jacory has some. He took them back, but it's okay. Anyway, y'all, it's time for us to go until the next time on this same Shop Talk Network at this same Shop Talk time. On behalf of myself, Ashlyn, Jacory, Yolanda, and Demetrius, my name is Tito. You know how we do it. You can help me say it. Ao Icono. Holla.